Julie! Hey Julie, do you mind if I record?
No, not at all. I ain't trying.
Oh, you guys will be fine. It's about a 45-minute loop.
Half a tank's plenty then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Half tank's good. These are good for like 2 hours, I think.
Well, I'm about...
Yeah, you might be a little bit low. I'd add some.
Add some?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll add some.
So me and Uncle Joe on our bikes, we have the bigger tanks. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't know what liter.
Did you say Uncle Joe?
Yeah, I always call him Uncle Joe.
Oh, is he really your uncle?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we have the bigger tanks, and we normally just barely use the top of the tank.
Do you remember Petticoat Junction? Do you ever watch that?
No.
They opened it up. It had an opening song. It was a sitcom, right?
Yeah.
Like Candy and Mayberry kind of thing. And part of it was, "Look at Uncle Joe. He's a moving kind of slow at the junction." Petticoat Junction.
Yeah, that will work for him.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, my gas. Oh, yeah, you guys don't even have to mix, probably.
No, we did. Oh, mine's disconnected. You're still running it, aren't you? I am. Mine's disconnected. I'm mixing.
Yeah, you don't trust it?
I don't trust it.
So, yeah, apparently betas are having failures with the oil pumps. Yeah, I think I would mix anyways. I was telling Uncle Joe just add a little bit of Sabre to his gas.
A little what?
Sabre, it's the AMS oil, so it's recommended to mix at like a 80 to 1 or 100 to 1.
Oh.
So he would literally just put a cap in, and it would just to be like a safety precaution in case his oil pump failed.
Yeah.
Because the problem is mid-trail you don't know that the oil pump stopped.
Well, that's it, eh? Yeah, all of a sudden, yeah. And some people were saying, one guy we were watching, he said he had a crash.
Yeah.
And things moved and the line got pinched.
Yeah. So it wasn't delivering any oil. He didn't know.
Oil, yeah.
And the beta won't cover that because that'll be your fault.
Yeah.
So no warranty there.
You got to go over your whole bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still a skeptic about the oil injection just for that reason.
Me too. Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to take a chance for. I said to April, we bought that jug just for the bikes, for these two bikes to do that. So let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm always on the, I'd rather be a little bit rich than lean.
Well, that's how April blew up her first gas.
I see it as preventative.
She was running it fairly lean, and she had a little crash, and the throttle cable got pulled out.
Yeah.
Right. And the bike went wah,
and just revved itself
up.
up.
Pulled the magnet off, and it's still going wah.
Didn't stop right away because of the weight of the flywheel and stuff.
And no, it wasn't. It was still detonating. I was dieseling.
Oh wow! So it was just going on its own.
Yeah, and it blew the piston.
No.
So it was. What was it? How many hours, honey? 3 hours? 3 hours. 3 hours on the bike and it's all
Ouch.
the rebuild. Can you imagine?
I'm not having any
it
luck
was-
with my
and it was
KTM.
day 31 on a 30-day warranty.
That sucks.
But I don't think I would have got covered under warranty anyway.
No, they would have said it was your fault. They always do.
Yeah. So Mark got a new gas, Mark Fee? Mark Flair?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just meeting people.
He sold his old gas for $1,500. I thought, fuck,
That's a great deal. I wish I would have known about that one.
and it was.
I just spent $1,500 on the motor kit.
It's the Raga edition too. Like it's like
Wow.
it's like an 80 or a 90 or an 88 or something like that. I think, or 98.
Yeah.
Maybe a 98.
Wow. I mean, it's probably hard to get parts for. It's probably one of the downsides of
I
it.
don't know. He sold it cheap because it was starting to. He was starting to hear some problems in the engine he wasn't sure about, and he didn't want to be out of the season doing a rebuild on it.
Unfortunately, I bought my bike in that condition, thinking that it would be an easy fix, and it's kind of been a little bit of a
You
nightmare.
know, sometimes it is, eh? Sometimes it is an easy fix.
At first it was. I did the piston, like a top end on it, and it ran for a day and a half, and then it seized, and I'm like, oh, god damn it. And it turned out that the crank bearing was walking, so it was digging a little bit into the case, and there was fucking bearing material everywhere, so I've completely taken it all apart, and I've washed everything off, and I've re-gasketed and bearinged it all, and now that I put it back together, it's dripping oil just from one fucking bolt. I'm gonna have to take the one case off and fucking... I think maybe I missed the gasket there, because when you're putting on that case, you gotta watch out for the Kickstarter, you gotta watch out for the power valve, you gotta watch out for the oil pump, and there's two dowels that you gotta line up at the same time. And there's just a little thin strip at the bottom. I'm thinking it just like nudged off when I was sealing the case, and now it's dripping right
Is it
there.
a paper gasket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm,
Use that. Get
like
that
a gasket
silicone
maker?
Gasket?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I'm
you
just
put
gonna
it on
gasket
there.
maker, take it off. I'm gonna go all the way around the edge,
Yeah.
make my own gasket, and be
Yeah.
done with it.
Yeah, and then put it on, and then you got a good feel.
I looked on Fortnite, and they're sold out of the particular gasket anyways. They want $70 for it. They'll notify me when it's... I'm like, oh, I could get gasket maker for $10. It's not gas-related spot. It's transmission oil, so
Yeah.
it should seal it.
It should. It will. And that stuff's good for gas-related stuff too.
It says on the package not for like a head gasket and not
The
for...
high heat.
even the high heat one, it's just... It's a petroleum-based product, so the petroleum will slowly break it down over time if it sits with it.
Yeah, the one I use, it's silicone. It's a silicone, high heat silicone.
Permatec? Permalock? Like the
It is
same
a
as the Loctite
Permatec,
brand? I also tried another one, the light stuff,
The right stuff? Oh yeah.
and it apparently dries in 90 minutes, so you don't have to do a 24-hour cure on it. So that's the one I think I'm going to buy this time, so that I could just do the case tonight and fucking hopefully have it sealed for tomorrow and try again.
Yeah.
I'll be running a little rich. But
You put them on mine?
oh, sorry.
Oh, you put it away.
I did.
It's locked up again.
Oh, did it?
My can's outside of my truck, and mine's 50 to 1. Yeah, apparently these are supposed to go at like 60 or 80 to 1.
We do ours 80 to somewhere between 75 and 80 to 1.
I tend to ride mine a little bit harder like an enduro bike still, so I'm still on the erring on the cautious side. I don't mind blowing out a little bit of splooge or smoke. If that happens, then I'll wipe it off.
Yeah, the worst that'll happen is you'll
Foul a
pull a
plug.
plug.
I carry 2 extra plugs with me.
Yeah, and you don't. I mean, they recommend that you run these with premix for the first tank anyways. so
Okay.
Not too.
Yeah, just so that the pump can prime itself and make sure that there's fuel or oil ready to be delivered. Are you guys on mooses or are you guys
Tubeless.
tubeless? Uncle Joe's getting mooses put on his.
Yeah.
Oh, we spent half the day putting them on yesterday. We took them off the old bikes before we sold them, eh? They're a pain to get on and off.
Oh yeah. I just did a tire and that was a pain. I had to do the tube. The tire fits so tight on the rim that like it bent my spoon and
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
yeah.
We had that situation almost going on.
No, I like that there's less maintenance in this.
Yeah.
Alright. Look at that. All set up and I gotta pee. Damn it. I'm not gonna.
Oh, yeah, I'll get out of your way. Ooh. You're good. Yeah.
Ah,
Am I going too fast?
you're going good pace. It's fast, but it's good pace.
Every time I look behind, I see you, so I'm like, all right.
Oh, yeah, I see you looking.
Yeah. You guys want a second? Good pace or too fast? Or?
That's good. I only struggled there because I had to stop.
Yeah.
I struggled. I was in the wrong gear. I struggled. I was in the wrong gear. I slowed it down, and then it was too much gear.
What gear were you in?
Second.
You could have gone up that.
I could have, but I slowed down too much. I looked at those two bigger rocks there, and I thought, yeah, just go down a little bit. Slow down just a little bit for that. So I shouldn't have.
Did you see the deer?
No. I'm just looking at him.
I was looking at the trail. And then looking back and then looking at the trail.
He was from me to that big pine away.
Oh, yeah? Wow. He's lucky he wasn't one of Woody's
New hood ornament.
victims this year.
Yeah. Maybe Woody's fattening him up.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past him. He's got quite the feeders out there, apparently. That's what we gotta take out of the freezer soon is get some venison out of the freezer.
Make some sloppy doughs.
Make some sloppy doughs.
Yummy.
Oh.
So what do you guys think of the orange loop?
That's good.
It's nice and flowy. There's some difficult stuff on it, but
There's some different stuff on it for sure. It's a lot different on this one than the...
oh yeah, it's such a bigger bike. Me and my Uncle Joe were saying that. We kind of prefer the Trials bikes here, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just because they're so light and nimble and you can
Yeah.
toss them
And
around.
you can play more in it.
Yeah. You can't really open those up, so there's not really any need for all that.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind bringing the Trials bike here, actually.
Yeah.
All right. Whenever you're ready. You good, honey? You got more endurance than I do.
No! Did I miss the trail right there? I was looking backwards and I think there might have been a sign on that tree. Yeah. This way, ladies!
That's awesome. I'm out of breakfast. I'm trying to get my groove.
It's getting hot.
Yeah.
Sweating. I'm thinking about putting this jacket in my bag.
It's foggy when you stop.
Yeah, I'm risky. I'd chance it without goggles sometimes. Like, it's not worth the heat.
I don't have the guy on, but I put the glasses on because when I'm so many times I get bugs in my eyes.
Yeah, the bugs are bad. For the trees,
Yeah.
I can see them coming and I can avoid them.
Yeah.
But the bugs are last second.
Hey, can you pull the candy thing out of my back? I wouldn't mind that. I don't know. Do that.
Put a what?
Bar.
You got a bar in there?
Don't you? Didn't you put them in there?
No, I put them in mine.
Oh. What if I get separated from you and then I'm like lost and have
I
to
won't
stay
leave
there
you
for
behind.
60
Then you're
hours with nothing to eat?
Then you're fucked.
Oh.
If
Well,
you
isn't
stall,
that a
yell.
great way?
And if you didn't stall, then just rev it a couple times and don't look behind.
Okay.
Feeling it in my eyes.
But yeah, there was a section where I was getting in a flow and I forgot to look back for a while. And then I looked back and you guys are still there. I'm like, all right, we're doing good.
Yeah, we're doing fine.
Joe's gonna love his bike. He's gonna love it. This is
I guess he rode it up and down his laneway and he said he already liked
It's
it.
3 centimeters shorter than this one.
Yeah.
About 10 pounds lighter.
10 pounds makes a big difference.
And what's
a
the
little
power
different on the
band
engine.
like?
The,
Yeah.
the power specs are a little different.
So this one revs out more and that one's kind of got
Yeah.
more low end grunt?
But I'm running this on wet.
On what?
On wet, it's got 2 mats.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So like the softer.
Yeah. And I turned down the power valve because when I get tired, I get whiskey throttle.
Yeah. Even on my 200, it has the red valve
Not the left hand.
spring, so it's like it hits hard and I have it turned like all the way out. But if you whiskey it, it's gone. I'm gonna put
Okay.
one of the lanyards on my Enduro like I see you guys did.
Yeah.
You know what? Just before I sold my bike, I was just practicing some punches with it.
What?
The 500. And I did-
500 must have been really heavy.
It was. It beat you up. It tired you up. But it was set up really. I finally got it set up really well just before I sold it.
Yeah, that's always the way it is.
Exactly. The adjustments were just right. And we rode Limerick, and it was like, oh man, this bike is just flowing. I'm loving it again. And then I crashed it. Well, I looped it. I didn't really loop it. I was doing punches on a ledge
Yeah.
and then going up. And I had 3 of them, and I said to April, I said, honey, watch this. And I went there and boom, wham, and I went on the back fender and it stood there for a second. Just stood there. And then the fender broke and went,
Ah,
but the lanyard, the engine was off, right? Or else it would have went
yeah.
like right
It just
out
kept
to the,
walking.
yeah.
Yeah. So did you like bend the subframe or anything when you?
Nothing like that. No,
Okay.
I just broke the fender.
That's not so bad.
And well, it's got all the signals and everything on it.
Oh yeah, that still sucks to drop
Yeah,
all the mirrors,
yeah.
signals,
So I ended up
headlights,
taking it all off. And,
brake lights.
yeah.
Yeah, the brake whole assembly would be trashed. That's where your plate goes to.
Mhm.
Oh, everything. Yeah. This time I threw my plate right here. I saw a few people have it here on the fork. I don't know. It's probably not legal, but I'm going with it for now.
I don't know. All I hear is it going ting 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 ting. And
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
This is working well.
That's working okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to secure the bottom. I only have the 2 tops done.
Yeah.
So it just flaps around.
0.7 hours on it, honey.
There you go. That's brand new. I just hit 1 hour last night.
On your
This,
KTM?
Yeah.
this one feels a lot like the Trials bike. Like it feels dirt bikey, but the suspension and stuff feels very Trials like, and
It's
I like that.
it's very bouncy.
it's soft. Yeah.
I actually worked my suspension on this to make it feel a lot more like.
Yeah, working it to be like that.
Yeah.
Just softening it up and
Yeah.
playing with the rebound.
Yeah. And it seems to be working out pretty good.
Are the gear ratios about the same, or has that one got shorter gears?
I think they're probably
I don't know.
the same. I don't know.
No J's and
The
nothing
gearing's the
else.
same. You got 1448 too as well, right?
But inside the engine it might be different.
Yeah, like the transmission itself or its final drive. Or,
Yeah. They're probably the same. There's some really weird differences, like on the brake arm. The diameter for the two bolts that hold your tip on
yeah.
is different on mine than hers.
Huh.
Like from center to center.
Odd. Just making small changes, but
I'm you know what? I'm loving this tip, the stock tip.
Yeah?
I'm just, I can put my foot right where I'm catching it when I want to brake around a corner.
So you ventured out of it.
Have one time around the orange fruit. Is that about what you filled up to? I'm checking your gases. Where did you fill it to?
Right here.
I used to put it